This is our Black Swamp Cooperage fall class for 2017. We got Kip over here on the schnitzel bunk. He's using a spoke shave right now on one of his staves. Then I'll scroll over here to Eric. He's using a straight draw knife to do the outside. Process called backing. Both gentlemen drove quite a ways today, about an hour and a half, both of them. One's from around the Lima area, and Kip over here, he's over from the Fort Wayne area. That we won't hold that against him. He volunteers at the historic fort over in Fort Wayne, Indiana, and also works at Conner Prairie as a woodworker down there. So, but we're happy to have him here in the Black Swamp Cooperage today at Sauder Village for our fall class 2017. The morning is progressing. This is still day one. Eric and Kip both are now working on the Cooper's joiners, getting a nice taper and a nice edge on them. They want that nice and flat, but they also still want taper. And scroll over here, watch Kip a little bit doing the edge. Make sure you go the full length of the stave though, because otherwise you'll have high spots. And we do the taper and the angle all by eye. They'll probably be tired by tomorrow. And if you look on the floor, they've been working. There's a pile of shavings under shift. And then if I come on over here, that's Eric's station. So these guys have been working. Oh, I gotta hit play. There we go. Kip's trying to... Here, I'll zoom in. What he's got to do is he's got to take a little angle out of one of the staves there. He's got a gap on the inside. And he looks confused. Why are you confused, Kip?
I am not confused.
Oh,
I'm trying to decide which side I want to remove material
from. Oh, the material. I will tell you, this one looks like more of an angle, but this one's wider.
So basically it's a toss-up.
Pretty much. I would
A little bit off of 6, straighten it out.
Actually, sometimes I take a little off of each side. That way you don't have such a dramatic
That's
angle.
what I was thinking.
Yeah, see? See, I got you guys thinking. You know. And now what he does is he just takes a little, just shaves through a few times to get that straightened out a little bit. And before he goes and does the other one, he'll stick it back in and he'll check it again. One of the Kip's problems, though, is he likes to round over that edge. We have a name for it, but with all company here, I probably shouldn't tell you what we call that, but it's a rounded edge. Okay, now he checks it in, and I'll zoom in again, and see, that's almost completely gone. It almost is.
Just one pass on 7.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I
See, that'll go. Very good. That's how we adjust them. This is all done by hand and by eye, guys. There's no magic to it. You just got to make those staves fit the ring. And come over here, and this is Eric. He's checking his as well. And he's trying to get him to fit, and he's really, really close there. That looks really good. So... just working on the angles and the taper of their buckets. Okay, we've had a good lunch. Now we're back in the shop. I'm going to scroll a little bit over here behind Kip, and you can see where his bucket's going up in the hoop. And he's just shaving a little bit more off and fitting it. And then I'm going to scroll back even. And then this is Eric's bucket. And he's sitting over there on the schnitzel bunk. He's just shaving it down a little bit. He's going to bring it back, and he's going to fit it right back there And see, yeah, you can see my finger pointing. That's where it's going to go. He's going to make that fit right in there. Uh-oh. Look at Kip. He's getting brave shaving the inside. Oh, Kip, I don't know. Bravery, that's all I got to say, brave. So now he's going to fit that back in there. What I love about the fact that he's doing that on his own gumption, but I don't ever seldom take it off of the inside. I'm not that brave. But what they're doing is they're raising their buckets in the hoops, and they're just doing a fitting on each band. Are you guys having fun yet?
Oh yeah.
Oh, hear that, folks. And that wasn't even prompted by me. So, we're in the afternoon of day number 1 of our Cooper class. Eric and Kip are both working. They're using a tool called a scorp. It's kind of like a little horseshoe. Oh man, the light's almost perfect on this video for that. But he's going in there and he's evening out all those sides. And I'll just go over here to Eric's bucket. And what they're doing is this is a process called scorping. They're getting the inside of their bucket smooth so that we're going to be able to use the crows later on. So this is just a process that has to be done. Of course, if they were a little more careful when they were making the staves, they could have eliminated a lot of this process. And they just got done sawing them, squaring the bottom, so they've got that all done real nice. But on day 1, they've got buckets in rings, they've got them raised. So I'm thrilled that we're as far as we are on the buckets today. They're looking really, really good. Okay, a little later here, Kip is still scorping on his, but here Eric has started doing the crows, putting the groove in the bottom. Takes a little time and a little patience. Eric's been humming a song like Jingle Bells all the time he's been doing it. And he's been doing Jingle Bells and Kip's been doing Rudolph, so it's been quite entertaining today. Notice they're really quiet right now. Just because the video camera's out. But we're having a great first day. The guys are making excellent progress on both of their buckets. And hopefully, they're still having a good time. Uh-oh. Oh, I heard a groan from the cheap seats back here. Okay, we are doing fantastic today. We are in the process of working on the bottoms for our buckets. Eric's doing the trimming down on his. Be careful there, I heard it kind of wanna. And their buckets are looking fantastic. That's Eric's bucket, and I scroll over, there's Kip's bucket over there. So we've had a wonderful first day in the Cooper shop. Okay. Eric now is shaving the top side of his bucket. Eric, if you lean back a little bit, show him. Eric's bottom is in, and it is tight. No gaps, no drifts, no airs. Okay, go ahead and finish your outside. Now, I come over here, and Kip has started working, shaving down his bottom. That's going to go in his bucket. So we're having an incredible good first day. I'm proud of these guys. They've been working hard. I said that out loud, didn't I?
Yeah, you did.
All right.
Too late, you can't take it back.
So, all right, but we're having a good first day, guys. And we're ready to rock and roll on day number 2. Eric's sawing the top of his bucket. He will soon have handles. And I'll come over here behind Kip. He's finishing off the very top side of his bucket. So, day 2 of the Black Swamp Cooperage fall class for 2017. We'll wrap up today. Having a good time so far. I'm just happy that they both came back today. Now Kip is sawing off the top of his bucket. What happens is he's going to square the top off. I'll scroll over here and show you. This is Eric, just got his done. And now what he's doing is he's putting a nice little chamfer around the edges of his bucket. That'll keep it from chipping out. If he ever bumps it or something, this will help keep it from chipping. You can keep going here. So he's just making it look good. So the start of day 2 is going awesome. I hope you guys still having a good time. But hopefully we will be done today with 2 new buckets and 2 happy students.
Yeah.
Okay, as we move along, you can see that the students have the banding now. We use a willow reed. We get it from the basket shop here at the village. I'll scroll over here. Eric's got 1 band on already. We just use a simple, I'll scroll in here, it's a simple lamp joint that we use. And we're gonna put 4 bands on each one of these buckets. As you can see, they've got the handles all ready to go to drill the holes for the rope. But they're both doing their bands. Be careful. I twist the knife versus the reed. And they're just taking their time and they're gonna get their banding done today. In the process, Eric has his holes drilled. Right now he's using a rasp on the inside of the hole, smoothing it out. But he's got all the bands done on his bucket. So it's coming along really good. Right here's the rope. We're going to be ready to do the ice splices. And over here, Kip has 3 bands on his bucket. And right now he's putting the angles and notches. What he's doing is he's creating a lap joint, a very simple joint. Now that I'm videotaping this, watch him slice his son in 2 or something. Then his wife says, I got video proof, teacher did it. What he's doing is he's cutting that joint. And that'll fit on. That's going to go right here on this bucket. And then he'll have all the banding done on his bucket. So we're having a great finish to day 2 of the Cooper class here at Sauder Village. Fall class of 2017. Okay, something I very seldom ever get to do is record when they're doing the rope process. We're doing an ice splice. Basically, I'll zoom in over here. That's the one that I did for him, the first, to show him how to do it. And now Eric is doing his own. But it's the hardest part is to get started. So, and we're watching Kip. He's now working with a bracing bit. He's putting in a hole, doing it very carefully. He's a lot more careful than I am. But I'll bend over a little bit so you can see how he's doing. He's slowly working that bit in there so he's actually scoring the wood so it doesn't chip out. Doing a fantastic job with it too.
Whole lot of this.
Yeah, just patience. I don't know who said that on your Facebook page, but
I don't know either, but they were so wrong.
right, that's just,
So wrong.
and then we come back over here to Eric. How you coming? You think it's looking good?
I'm not sure yet.
Oh, not sure yet. Okay. You only go through 3 times. Now we do the praying hand thing. What that does, folks, is that just tightens the rope. You're through 3 times, aren't you? Or do you got one more?
I got one more, yeah.
Okay. Kind of looked like you were through 3 times. But it's just a 3-strand manila rope that we use. Some people use sisal rope. But what we're doing, we're just weaving it. And I think you went in wrong there. So, yeah, your whole thing's turned. You gotta go back the other way. 2, and Eric right now signing his name on it, and the date that he completed his very first bucket in the Black Swamp Cooperage. So, looks fantastic, and I'll tell you, I've been doing this class for a number of years yet. I've taught over 70 students, and these 2 guys, their buckets are almost identical in size. I think we measured last night, the bottoms are exactly on the money.
9 1/4.
Yeah, 9 1/4 on the bottom. So, all right, I got to stop the video here for a second so I can help. Wrong side, bud. Wrong side. You got to go on this side. Oh, I'll shut up now. But you want to get it closer to here, closer to the tape.
All right, and it's
You always start with number 1.
number 1. Goes over and
Whoa.
through.
Right.
Correct.
And you pull it all the way snug. Okay, it's about as snug as you can get, buddy.
Okay.
Hopefully
Go to
this
number
is
2.
Is this 2? This is 3.
You said go to the left.
Yeah, go to the left. You're right. I taught you right.
And it's over 1 and
And
through
under.
here.
Yeah. Use your strength in your fingers and get that opened up so it goes through per. There you go. Okay, now.
Then I have to reverse.
Yep, there's only
And
going to be
there's only
one
one
available
spot.
option. You're going to have to go under this one and over. Or wait, yeah, under this one.
Under this one.
Yep. Yeah, open her up a little bit. Now, yep, pull them snug. Now, go back to your regular side and start with number 1 again.
Number 1.
Over and under.
Over and under.
Janice is coming.
Well, that's the same loop.
No. Pull it out of there. Okay, back it up.